How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. I want to talk about everything big that's happening this week and talk about how the markets are just going insane right now. We have a lot to talk about. Before we do, if you guys don't mind hitting the like button, I really appreciate it. Also, hit subscribe if you haven't done that already. I do want to say, I do have a Twitter page now. So if you guys want to check my account out on Twitter, I've really need to do this for a while, but I think there are a lot of important people to follow on Twitter to get news a little bit faster. So I wanted to set that up so you guys can check that out. There is a link down there in case you guys want to try out Webull. You can definitely check that out down below. So thank you for doing that. And let's take a look at the market right now. So right now, investors this week, they say on Bloomberg, are focusing on corporate earnings. And believe me, there are a lot of earnings. Like half of the market cap of the S&P 500 seems to be on earnings this week. So we'll go through some of the big ones here in a second. They're looking at U.S. economic data, even as the Fed primes them to expect no change to policy at their two-day event ending Wednesday. So tomorrow and Wednesday might be a little bit choppy. The markets are looking really green right now, but we know that could flip on a switch, or it could be like a flip of a switch here really quickly, and we could see a downturn. Now, looking at the market right now, I just want to walk through a couple things, and then we'll look at some of the companies that are reporting data. So right now, the markets are green, the indexes are green. Now, I will say the Dow is about sideways. The NASDAQ is up a good amount. Now, when we look at growth stocks, it's a lot more impressive here. We have Microvision up 28%, OCGN up 25%, ASXC, another penny stock, up 25%, ZOM up 20%, BNGO up 17%. We've seen them continuously fall. CCIV is up 15% on some possible news about them working with Apple. I mean, it's just a rumor at this point, but we have Sens up 11%. We have some other stocks that are up a good amount too, right? A lot of them up about 5 to 10%, 5 to 8% in there. There's a good number of them in there, including Voyager, which is a cryptocurrency exchange. We also had CoinStop that was up a good amount. Now, we do have one stock that's actually down pretty significantly, ABML, but they've been rising like crazy recently. So taking a look at the crypto market too, we saw Bitcoin come up significantly from that $47,000 resistance. It popped back up. So now we're sitting around 53.4, which is helping a lot of the Bitcoin miners, right? Because we've seen Riot and Mara just get hit hard, because I think both of them were right around that $50 mark. They've both been just beaten down. But we have Voyager up a good amount, CleanSpark up a good amount, Coinbase is up 3%. And then we also have Ethereum up a decent amount too, right? Up to almost $2,500 again. So looking at some of the large companies that are reporting this week, this is actually on Webull, so this is actually super nice. They do this, I believe, almost weekly now. So if you guys want this, they send you like a notification. You can check out the app. Again, you can get a bonus, deposit $100, but then they give you some of the top earnings. So taking a look at Monday, right? We have Tesla reporting after hours today. That's going to be really interesting. A lot of people are going to be watching that significantly because of the retail presence. Now, that's going to be really interesting. I might make a video on it. Otherwise, there are just going to be a lot of YouTube channels covering it. So I'm sure you can just type in Tesla earnings. If I'm not already covering it, you can see it. Also, Tuesday is where it really kicks off here. We have Microsoft, Google, Visa, big players, right? Massive players. If you want to see how people are spending their money, take a look at Visa. See if people are out there spending money again. Google, really good in terms of seeing if people are watching ads, how ad rates are doing. Are companies paying more? Are people at home more, clicking on Google, searching for stuff on YouTube, some of their other platforms too. Microsoft, I don't follow that closely, but Facebook, Apple, and Qualcomm, along with Boeing, Sony, and Shopify Wednesday. About 6 companies that are really big, really important, have a lot of people watching them. So that's going to be really interesting too. I'm an investor in Facebook, also Qualcomm. I'm going to be watching closely. Amazon, MasterCard, Comcast, McDonald's on Thursday, and then a couple other companies Friday. Not as big of a blockbuster day, but a lot of huge companies this week. Now, this is the number one week for earnings. Let's be honest. This is the big tech week. Now, what I'll be watching for are any companies that underperform. And I might be taking positions in some of the big tech if they underperform, or if they just aren't as bullish as people want, or they don't give as good a future guidance as people want. Because honestly, I think all these big tech companies are going to do really well over the coming years. I haven't looked into Microsoft as much, like I said, but these other big tech companies I think are going to do really well. And I think there's going to be a lot of volatility around these earnings, whether it's to the upside or the downside. So it's going to be a great time if you're an investor and you want to add more, either way, because either your stocks are going up or you can increase your position size. And I think this is going to set the tone for maybe the next quarter, right? If everyone reports really good earnings, I think we're going to see more money flood into the market, more long positions, maybe less shorts. I mean, we're seeing a lot of shorts get crushed recently, and then we're seeing a lot of money just flow into penny stocks and growth stocks in general, right? I mean, the Dow's sideways, but we have almost every single growth stock looks like they're up 3 to 8% almost. So we're seeing a lot of money flow into these companies. Now, I will say, if you're looking at the crypto market, I've been doing a little bit more crypto content. I plan on doing that a little bit more because honestly, it's just really interesting and I think there's a lot of potential. This is a huge article that just came out over the last couple days. Trevor Lawrence partners with Blockfolio will have signing bonus placed into cryptocurrency account. He is a prospective #1 overall NFL draft pick. And he just partnered with a global cryptocurrency investment app called Blockfolio. He's going to put part, or maybe all, he will place his signing bonus into an account with the company. The signing bonus for this year's #1 pick is about $22.6 million. So this is huge, first of all, to have someone that's this bullish on it, that's, got this much light on them. But also, it's just going to shed a lot more light in general. I mean, think about how many people watch the NFL. I'm sure a lot of people will be covering, oh, look at this rookie that spent all this money and bought Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano. And it's just going to make it a lot more mainstream, right? Like people that are just watching it passively week in and week out, especially if Bitcoin goes up or something, people are going to be talking about this, right? He's going to become like the fastest 100 millionaire in the NFL if Bitcoin 5X's, 10X's, whatever. But anyways, it's just awesome to see this because it should bring more attention and it should bring this more mainstream than it already is. Now, I am partnered with BlockFi, so I've been putting more money into Bitcoin last week with that dip down to 47. I mean, we've seen resistances at 47. I'm long on Bitcoin in general, so I bought another $1,500. If you guys want, there is a link down there to BlockFi. They pay you an interest rate and give you a bonus for your cryptocurrency. So I think it's a great place to put your crypto if you're looking long term. But anyways, we should see a lot of interesting events this week in the stock market. Let me know what you guys are thinking, what you guys are watching for this week. A lot of it, honestly, there's just a lot of excitement right now, and we've been beaten down so much and so much and so much. It's nice just to see some green days. It's almost nice to take a step back and just breathe for a second, collect myself. I've been buying a lot of the same stocks that I had been buying before because I haven't been going out and trying to find a bunch of new stocks at this time because there are a lot of stocks that I've done a lot of research on that I feel strongly about that I just want to add to. I added to Voyager, Coinbase. I bought a lot of these companies I think are really long-term. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for checking out the links down below to Webull and BlockFi. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, you can definitely do that. Again, my financial friend is the tag or the name. So thank you guys for doing that, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.